and welcome back to another video. I hope you guys are all doing great. As you can tell from the title down below, I'm going to be sharing with you some of our current favorites when it comes to either educational toys and activities and things like that, and also share with you a few of our favorite books right now that we're actually using in our current unit study for our homeschool. I was actually also going to include like lifestyle and food favorites, and honestly just like as I'm preparing for the new baby, kind of like newborn favorites and postpartum favorites and everything. But once I gathered everything up, I realized that this video would probably be an hour long, and I did not want to do that. So I'm going to break them up into different categories. And today, as I mentioned before, will just be like those hands-on fun activities. Some of our favorite toys, a lot of them are very much like spring specific, which is why I wanted to share them with you, because a lot of them have to do with like the early kind of like life cycle type toys. And I have some sensory toys for a baby if you are looking for things like that, and also just some fun hands-on activities as well. But yeah, I hope you guys do enjoy today's video, and as always, if you haven't, I'd love to have you join our family, and you can do so by subscribing down below. But let's go ahead and jump into today's video. So the first thing I wanted to mention is 100% spring related. That's why I wanted to, again, share these things with you. But the first thing is the life cycle figurines. We love this set. It's a 24-piece set, and you have the life cycle of the butterfly, we have the life cycle of the ladybug, the ant, praying mantis, the honeybee, and the frog. So we love this. We actually use this together with Nature Anatomy. Let me grab it one second. Anyways, we love Nature Anatomy. This copy is actually very well loved, as I'm sure you can probably tell. But we love it, and we actually use this on those mornings, I want to say at least 2 or 3 mornings a week, when we just want a really quick unit study and kind of start off our school morning. Sometimes when I lay stuff out, and I'll show you a picture of kind of what I laid out and what I'm going to be showing you today, a frog unit study. I have a separate little table behind our dining room table, and typically what I do now is every single week I will lay out a new batch of either, try to keep it within the same category, but this week was frogs, and so I laid out, like, of course, this section of the book with the frogs, and then I laid out some other books that I'll show you here in a minute. But I try to make the whole table around that whole kind of category that we're going for, or for what we want to learn about. The kids get really excited about doing it that way, and before school they either grab one of the books off of the table that we laid out, we look at the little figurines, we'll open this up and look at that together, and then we'll compare it with the little figurines, which I'll show you here. We'll get the book out and then leave it open, and then we'll kind of like go through the figurines. And this is why I love these, because they can physically and hands-on kind of see what it is. But you have the little tadpole here, and then you have like the little next phase, the actual full-on frog, which is really, really cute too. So the figurines, and it also comes with like little eggs and stuff like that. But we just like really using Nature Anatomy and then the lifestyle figurines that way as well. As I mentioned before, it has like your little praying mantis, your little bumblebee, and the life cycle of all of those, as well as your little ladybug, your ant, everything like that. So it's just a really fun addition, especially if you are into doing like nature unit studies and everything like that in your home. So as I just mentioned, we are doing a frog unit study. I guess frog, toad, a little bit of all the reptiles, but specifically frogs, because right now my son has his heart set on getting a pet frog. So we're glad that they're finally coming out of hibernation now, and so we can hear them a lot during the day, especially on the warm days. We hear them croaking a lot, so now he's just kind of waiting for it to warm up a tiny little bit, to where when they hop around the yard, he can just go out and pick one up. So he's really excited about that, hence why we're doing the frog study. But this is from Nature Learning. I have shared this before on my channel, but this is a frog one, and it's kind of like another form of like a Nature Anatomy type thing, only with frog. You flip open, it's laminated, so it's weather resistant, which is great, but you flip open, it has the whole frog, a little bit about it. It's an amphibian. It lives part of its life in the water and part of its life on the land. And then it goes into the actual anatomy. So only the colored part here is what this is going to be talking about. So you have like the head, you have like the mouth is the only part that's highlighted here. But it just goes through the whole anatomy of a frog. And you even go to like the different folds of the frog, forelegs, things like that. But just a really, really fun book to have on hand. There's actually a lot in this series. We only own the frog one, and I believe we own the tree one as well. But they're just both great, great additions, especially if you enjoy nature. Yeah. One of our favorite really simple field guides is actually the Golden Guide series, and this is the Pond Life. We've had this for years, and you can probably tell from the cover, but this is just the Pond Life guide. And again, this is going to have anywhere from, it's honestly, like I said, Pond Life, so you're going to have things in it like your plants, you're going to have all the animals, you're going to have like the birds in here that visit the pond, you're going to have all the little water bugs and little critters that you can find on top of the pond. But it does have a really good section, let me see if I can find it here, on your frogs and toads, your salamanders, just everything like that that you could possibly need to know as far as all the different frogs. It even has the frogs' lifestyles, life cycles, not lifestyles. Well, it's just honestly the different kinds of frogs. So this is a great little guide to have on hand. We have in our back field area like a little wetland area, so a lot of the times we'll find different kinds of frogs out there. We'll find the giant ones, the little tiny ones, and just all kinds of frogs. And so this has come in really handy. And even when it comes to finding, if we're doing a nature walk in a local park where there's an actual like river or a big lake, this is actually really handy. It's small, it actually can fit in just like a back pocket, so we really like the Golden Guides. The next one that we also had laid out for our frog unit study is a book called Nature's Notes. I love this, and I also like that it is spiral bound. I know it's something so simple, but it can stay open. You can flip it open and just read one page. And I had it opened for our frog unit study table. I had it opened on the At the Water's Edge page right here. A little bit about pond life, some more information about all the frogs, the camouflage, kind of like the frog predators, what might eat them, what lives with the frogs, everything like that. But honestly, everything imaginable when it comes to water life. Honestly, there's snakes, there's bugs, just everything nature related. But it's called Nature's Notes, and it's a great addition to our home. Another book that I did recently add to our collection, and this is actually from The Good and the Beautiful, it's just facts about frogs and snakes. And it is part of their level 2 reading series. So I actually got this as part of my son's kindergarten curriculum. But it is very well done. The photography is beautiful, and I do like how much information is in here about the frogs. And it's funny because I didn't even know that like as the frog gets too big for its skin, the skin falls off, and the frog bends and bends to get the small skin to come off, and the frog eats it. And I actually did not know that. So it's kind of fun doing these little studies with the kiddos because I also learn along with them. But this is a great addition, and I really like this series from The Good and the Beautiful. Another brand new favorite that I actually got specifically for our nature table right now, and this was actually a thrifted find, but it's just simply called Frogs by Gail Gibbons. It's a scholastic book. Just a really simple book, but there is so much information in here. But the illustrations are just bright and fun and colorful, and you go through the entire life cycle of the frog, the anatomy of the frog, and it's just, as you can tell, a really sweet addition if your kiddos like frogs. So yeah, I was really glad I came across this. It's been a really fun addition to our home. Another thing I wanted to share is actually, and I've shared this many times on my channel, so sorry if it's repetitive, but that is the Hello Nature activity cards. It includes 30 different activities, and it goes anywhere from plants to trees to, of course, your pond creatures. Your pond creatures, and it even goes into some pond dipping and things like that. So, hi, are you having fun? There's 30 different cards in this deck of cards, and it's actually a really good size. So I actually, depending on what we're studying, because there's so many different categories in here, depending on what we are studying, I will pull this out and kind of include that into our simple nature study. It's just a really fun little addition, and I love this set, if you couldn't tell, because I've talked about it a lot. So the next two things I'm going to share with you are actually books that I also picked up recently at a thrift store that I really wanted to share with you because they're just really cute. So the first one is called Bagillions. It's a book about counting. First of all, I like the little eyes on here. They move. That's just my thing. I thought that was really cute. But you go through and you count with the caterpillar. You count with the dragonfly. Again, the little eyes move, so cute. It's just a really simple beginning, like 1 through 10 counting book. But because it's like bugs and insects related, I just thought it was a really fun addition, especially since my kiddos love bugs. I shouldn't say I should probably just say love bugs at this point. The next book I wanted to share is almost like the complete opposite of like the reptiles and insects things. But this is actually a book called A Day with the Belly Flops. It is so, so cute. It's a story about a little pig family, and this mama tells her little baby pigs, like, hey, if you let mommy I just need 2 hours to get some work done, and then we're gonna go and make an apple pie and play games and have fun together. And the kid is like, yes, let's do that. So mommy's like, okay, well, here's some activities for you to do while I go get that done. But what is so funny about this is like real life. Because the mommy piggy's like, okay, I only have 2 hours of work to do, and then they're gonna have fun. So she starts work, and then the second she starts work, you know, someone needs mommy, and then they're playing with the hose, they get dirty, so they need changed. And then she starts working again, and has to solve something else, starts working again, stops to do something else, but just goes throughout the entire day, kind of not working, and taking care of all the little piggies with whatever their needs are, and it's just really, really sweet. It's definitely really, really fun. But anyway, so she ends up going throughout the entire day before realizing, oh, it's time for dinner, time to stop working, even though she never started to begin with, to cook dinner and take care of the family and put them in bed. And once all the babies are in bed, she realizes that, oh wait, she still has those 2 hours of work to do. So there she is at the end of the night, but she is asleep herself. So it's just a really, really cute book. And I really like it because, like I said, it's very real life and relatable, even though it's a little pig family. So it's cute. So going back to our spring related topics, I have shared this a couple times on my channel before, and that is the Paint by Sticker Birds edition. We love birds in our family, as I've shared that before as well. All it is a little picture, and you find the corresponding sticker page back here, and you'll take these stickers and kind of put them on the section. Now for me, this is not a book that I would typically recommend for preschooler and kindergarten. However, because the stickers are hard to get on the exact place. However, it is incredible for the little years, in my opinion, because they're practicing those fine motor skills. They're really having to fine-tune them a lot when it comes to doing this one. They do have kid versions where the stickers are a little bit bigger. However, I do like the smaller ones for that reason, because they're really having to tone in and practice and really tune in to like concentrating and everything like that. So this is also something that we always try to keep in their backpacks for when we go to church and things like that, just for a really simple, quiet activity that they can do during service. And it requires, again, a lot of concentration and fine motor skill practice. So I actually really recommend this for little ones. And just go into it with the mindset of the birds are not going to be perfect, and you'll be fine. So it's all about just everything else other than what it's for, if that makes sense. But we love this series. Another thing I wanted to mention, and I actually picked this up at the Dollar Tree not too long ago actually. I wanted to share it because it has like obviously the life cycle of the butterfly on here. So if we end up doing a bug study soon, I'll probably put this out on the table. But one of the reasons why I wanted to share this with you in particular is it's actually a really, really fun and cute addition to our homeschool, but it was at the Dollar Tree. And there's actually quite a few little naturey things like this, and I was actually surprised when I went in there and saw him. But there's this, and then there's some little bug sun catcher type things and little insect type art projects and everything like that. But sometimes I forget to go in there. I actually need to go in there again and see what they have, because again, it's been a while since I've been in there. But I just wanted to share that with you, but we really like this one. So the next two things I wanted to share are actually Squishimals. These are by far, right now anyway, my kiddos' favorite toys, and they are exactly what the name says. They're Squishimals. They're like squishy little animals. If you can actually see the texture of them here, these might be a little bit dirty because we've had them for a while. But they are so much fun, and these are actually another great sensory toy. But they have like, I don't even know what it is inside. It's some type of like a bead or something, but it's like when you squeeze it, you can feel it. It's like a sand bead mixture. Anyway, they feel really, really fun. And they stretch like crazy, as you can tell. They're really durable, so you can stretch it, you know, super far and not have them like do anything. But a really, really fun sensory toy, and my kiddos love these. They have this dinosaur, the green one, and they also have the Triceratops one that they also really, really like. And again, they all have that same, just super squishy fun texture, and they love these things. In the same Squishimal category, we've had this particular lizard for quite a while, if you can see it here. But again, it's the same thing, super stretchy, and has that same like bead type texture to where it's actually really soothing and really fun for them to like squeeze it. And again, so stretchy and fun, but they love these things and adorable. They play with these every single day. We've had this one in particular, I think for a year now. It's actually exactly been a year because I shared this in a video a year ago. But they love these. They still play with them every day. He has his eye on a couple different ones. He has an orange one that is in the same series that he also wants to pick up, and then they also have a green one, I believe. I'll see if I can have most everything linked down below if I can find it for you. But yeah, they love that one. Another favorite, and this is again newer to us, it's these little chameleons. I know it's so surprising that it's another lizard type thing. What is so neat about these is these are actually called color revealians, I believe, and I'm going to insert a clip for you because they're so fun. But you insert it, or you put it in like some hot water and it will instantly change colors. You bring it out and it's back to the original color pretty much instantly. So cool. I'll definitely show you a clip of my kiddos playing with these because they are such fun little toys. So to kind of keep with the sensory type theme right now, I'm going to go into a few of my 18-month-old favorite, and I guess she's 19 months now, so never mind. But these are some of her favorite things. This is part of the Nee-Doh collection. If you're familiar with Nee-Dohs, they're like little stretchy sensory balls. We love them in our home. But this is the atomic one, and she loves this one because sometimes if her little fingers can't quite squeeze it to the point where it's causing the bubbles, my husband and I will squeeze it for her, or some of my other little guys, and then she'll go through and try to pop all the bubbles and like try to get them. And so it's just a really fun activity, and it's also something really quiet. So again, we'll take this in my diaper bag or something, and we'll take it to church, and she'll have fun like trying to pop all the bubbles. So really fun addition. You want it? Yeah. Some of her other favorites are the brand from, I believe it's BToys is the actual brand, but it's these little pullback cars. The quality on these is amazing for the price. You can get a pack of 4 different cars for, I believe, $17 at Target, I believe. But they're just really fun, and they're simple, and they're extremely durable. We had these little cars for all 3 of our little ones. They love them. They've been some of our favorite toys, again, for all the little years. But they go super fast, so when you pull them back, they just like take off across the entire house. They're super fast, and again, extremely durable. So if you're wanting to make a little bit more of an investment in some really nice cars for the little years, I highly recommend these. They're really cute, they're chunky, great for little hands, and just a ton of fun. Like, I enjoy pushing these with my little ones too. From the same brand, BToys, I actually also have this set, and this is actually a set that was gifted to us. But these are these little sensory blocks. They kind of squeak. They're really fun. But on each surface, they have a little bit of a different thing. See if I can show you here. But there's different textures. There's different animals. There's numbers. There's shapes. And of course, the different colors. And again, the same thing. This one is a little bit of a snake themed and everything like that. But it comes with 12 of these. But this has also been my youngest favorite toys. We'll stack 12 of them up, she'll knock them over. She'll go and like put her fingers on all the different sides and like feel everything and everything like that. Just a really fun addition, and again, great quality. Another favorite thing that we love doing, especially in the spring and summer, and this is actually one of my kids' favorite activities in the spring and summer, is we have a bunch of these transparent building blocks. Well, we actually have one set, but I think the set came with like 24. But you have semicircles, rectangles, it also comes with squares, circles, and everything like that. But how my kids use these is actually really fun. Like, I love how they do these and seeing their creativity and everything when it comes to something so simple what they do. But they actually take these outside, and then they'll go outside and kind of look through them and create different color worlds. So they'll have like a yellow color world, they'll have a red world, and a green world. And so they'll be walking outside and kind of talking to each other about what their worlds look like through the lens of whatever the color they're looking for. But they're just the right size for those little eyes, so it really is like looking through a totally different color world. But they just love using these that way, and then they'll stack them up against the window and create like a stained glass window effect, kind of similar to what we do with our magnet tiles. But yeah, just a really fun toy. Because we are heading into the spring season here, I wanted to share with you the root veggies puzzle. We love this. I actually did purchase this. You want to play with it? We actually did purchase this from Etsy last year. It's been such a fun puzzle. The kids have loved playing with it. But it's also really fun too, especially as we are, like I said, heading into the spring season and thinking maybe of a few root veggies that we want to plant. Thank you. Yeah, you want me to take the other ones out? Yeah. It's really fun for them to see like a hands-on representation of exactly what is going on underneath the ground. So here you go. We love that. And I'll see if, I believe the company that makes that is Addison Industries, but I will have that link down below for you to see as well. So the last 3 things I wanted to share with you, this being number 1, is Mr. Pencil's Scribble and Write. It is by no means a new product, however, it is new to our family. It's been around forever. But I love this, and I actually did share about it a little bit in my last video when I was talking about kind of reorganizing and showing you what that process looked like for our family. But I love this. It's great. It starts for as little as you want as far as the little years, so they can learn their shapes, they can learn how to trace the letters, uppercase and lowercase, and all the numbers and everything like that. But one of my favorite things is it actually includes a pretty good size spelling activities as well. And so my kindergartner / first grader will use it for practicing spelling and things like that too. Just a really fun activity. Another favorite of ours, and this is a great activity, there's actually a whole bunch of them in this series, but these are the Northwoods little keychain field guides. If you can see it here, we have the trees ones, we also have the animal tracks, and I believe the flowers one, and garden insects, I believe. But it's literally just a really fun keychain. You can obviously add it onto your keys, your purse, toss it in your back pocket for when you are doing a nature walk or anything like that. But what I like about it is it not only shows you 2 different kinds of maple trees on the front here, but on the back it also gives you like all the actual information of the tree. So it's a really fun, really great guide to have on hand. My little guy will hook these onto his little pocket when he's out walking around too, especially the animal tracks ones. Because in the spring when it's really muddy, you can actually see a lot of different prints, especially when we do go to the park and stuff. So he loves these, and again, they're just really small and simple and can take and fit anywhere. So I love these. So the last thing I'm going to share with you is, of course, bird bingo. As I mentioned before, we love birds. This is a newer addition to us. We do have ocean bingo, which I've shared many times. And then insect bingo, which I've also shared many times. I don't know if I've shared this before. I think I might have shared it once, but we did add bird bingo because this is such a great way to learn about so many different birds in such a short amount of time. And because if your kids are like my kids, if it's in game form, they will memorize things and learn things so much quicker. But it is so much fun. We have been loving this. And we play it pretty much on a weekly basis, so we've gotten to know a lot of our different animals by bingo form, but highly recommend this series if you can get them. Well guys, that is everything that I wanted to share with you, especially since we are, like I said, coming into the spring season. Praise the Lord, I'm ready for some warmer weather. But that is everything I wanted to share with you when it comes to like our homeschool educational favorite things, especially when it comes to spring and nature and everything like that. But I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot here. I really appreciate every single one of you and for being here and watching the video and supporting my channel. But yes, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and God bless. Bye.